right, listen up. We're gonna do some story time. Dating funny stories. Keep it light. Nothing too crazy, too sad.
Okay, so when I was a freshman in college, I met this guy. We like went to orientation together. He seemed really nice, and so we dated for like a month. But we stayed really close friends for like almost the entire time that I was in college. And then he was in a punk band, and he started running like DIY shows out of his house. So we'd have bands come in from out of town, and they would do concerts at his house, and they would stay at his house. And that seemed really cool. Seemed like a normal dude. And then we hadn't hung out in a while, and he wanted to catch up. So I invited him over to my place, and he came over, and we were like sitting on the floor in my bedroom and like listening to music and hanging out. And all of a sudden, he like tinkled my feet a lot out of nowhere without asking me. And I was like, don't do that. That's weird. Please, person whose name I won't say. And then 6 months to a year after that, I was looking on Twitter of like people in my town where I live, like the college town where I still live. I started seeing all these diatribes about this guy because it turned out when he was inviting these bands to come to his house, if there were girls in any of the bands and they were sleeping in his house, he would take pictures of their feet while they were sleeping and sell them on the internet for money without their permission. And so people like were dragging him all over the place, and he kept trying to make these like apology tweets and like try to explain that it wasn't that bad, and he was going through a lot of stuff in his life. And so that was why it was okay for him to do this. And it didn't work. And so there was this like whole task force of women trying to figure out where their photos had been posted so that they could get them removed. And he got run out of town by an angry mom.
Wait. What the f? Okay, there's so many layers to this. So
Yeah.
First and foremost, he is just the feet tickler, right? He's running around, serial feet tickler. And then on top of that, he's also the feet pimp. He's pimping out these feet, and he's just selling these toes, these dogs online.
The only light story I have is from my first year of college out at university, and I got assigned like a random roommate, but she came with suite mates. So her suite mates were her boyfriend and her boyfriend's best friend. They were all pretty cool. Like 2 weeks into being at college, we all became really good friends. And then she started to kind of hook up me and her boyfriend's best friend because she thought it'd be really cute if like we were just dating or suite mates. He was pretty chill. We hung out for a bit, and then after like 2 months of us hanging out, he was like, hey, so I kind of like you, like maybe we could try to be boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I haven't really met a lot of other people at the college, and you're pretty cool, so yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
And we're chilling in my apartment. My roommate's over at her boyfriend's. We're watching a movie. He looks at me. He leans in, and he kisses me. And it's an alright kiss. And then he pulls away, just stares me in the eyes, and in like a really deep voice goes, yummy. And it was over. It was over right there. I could not do it.
Oh no. Yeah, that's crazy. The stone cold look. I mean, it's kind of a power move now that I think about it. Like, you just get done kissing someone, and then you just stare into their soul, and then you're like, yummy. You know,
he did, like he was looking down, but his eyes were looking up, so it was really weird.
Wait, like a...
Yes.
Yummy. Okay, wow. So
So it started out, I was talking to this guy. He was a friend of a friend. We were like kind of hitting it off. We started sending like pictures to each other, and you know, we would talk about our experiences, right? With cardio.
The horizontal cardio experiences.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. And he's talking about like how he does X, Y, and Z with cardio, and I'm like getting excited because I'm like, oh my god, finally someone to match my freak, you know? It comes down to it. He comes down to visit, and then it lasts like maybe a minute.
A minute. Okay.
No appetizer, no dessert. Like,
nothing.
Immediately I go, something's not right here. So I bring it up to him. I was like, hey, are you not actually experienced with cardio? And he gets really offended. Eventually it turns into a fight, and he's finally like, you know what? I'm not experienced in cardio. I just didn't want to like tell you that I wasn't experienced with cardio because, you know, you're so experienced. I just, you know, felt like you wouldn't date me if I wasn't. And I told him, I was like, it doesn't matter if you're experienced in cardio or not. Like, just don't lie.
Yeah, just be honest, bro. Like,
yeah.
Stop. Pause the video right now and go subscribe. Thanks.
Unfortunately, that relationship did last a bit longer. I ended up breaking up with him over Overwatch.
Whoa, hold on. Okay, wait. Hold on.
So eventually, I'm driving home from work. I call him like I usually do. And I'm like, hey, do you want to play Overwatch after work? And he's like, yeah, cool. I'm ranking right now. I'm in a game. So just let me know when you get home and we'll play. And I was like, okay, cool. I get home. I wait like an hour. So I called him again. I was like, hey, what's going on? Are we playing Overwatch or not? And he's like, oh, we'll play. I just don't know when because I met these guys who are in gold and they're like, can get me into gold. And I'm like, oh, so you don't think I can get you into gold? That's what you're saying. Yeah. So we broke up after that. And then I tried staying friends with him, which big mistake because like he called me crying and he was like, well, can we just try to be friends again? And blah, blah, blah. And I was like, fine, okay, we can try to be friends.
I would have never guessed breaking up over Overwatch was on my bingo card for this, but here we are.
Morals of the story, don't lie to your partners about anything, especially like experience. Like it doesn't matter.
I matched with this guy. It seems like he knows what he wants because the first thing he tells me is that he hates red lipstick. So he's telling me he hated my lipstick.
What?
Yeah, not necessarily hate, but he says, can I see you without red lipstick? Because I hate red lipstick. That's what he said.
What? How did that work? Sid, how did that work? Be honest here. Sid, was he hot?
Yeah, he was super hot. It was still pathetic of me. So I come through. First thing he does, he lets me in, walks to the couch and turns on sports ball, football or something. So I'm like,
That's a perfect like foreplay right there. Hey babe, let's throw on some football.
I come in feeling really awkward because this isn't my home. I sit down next to him. He doesn't say anything to me. Something in the atmosphere is like, does he want me to do something? Is he gonna do something? Can he say more than 2 words? This is when I'm like, you know what? This isn't working. Even if something did happen, it's way too weird now.
For sure.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm actually gonna head out. He's like, okay. So he sees me out. I go to my car. I get a text from him and he says, next time, why don't you give me head?
What?
Yeah.
The audacity. What the?
That's when I messaged him. Are you serious? I said, if you wanted some, just say it. I'm sorry.
Jollz?
I'm not just gonna jump on top of you. I know it's Tinder and everything, but you could have at least been a little.
That's insane.
You think that's where it ends? This is where it gets like, I can't believe this happened. My steering wheel locks up. I legitimately couldn't move my steering wheel. And I'm like, what do I do? I have no clue where I am. So I legitimately go back and ask him help. And this is where I look so pathetic because it looks like I'm going back to like give him head or whatever. And I'm sure that's exactly what he's thinking. Yeah. It was so embarrassing. He does come to help me. When he goes to move my steering wheel, it moves perfectly for him. And then I probably thought he was gonna get some, and I'm like, all right,
thanks.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Bye.
At least you blue balled him in the end there. You know what I mean?
And then I drove back, and then I gave him that gluck.
Damn!
Just
You made a
kidding, just
U-turn.
kidding.
So I'm on Tinder swiping away and meet up with this guy. So we go out to a local bar, we hit it off, and I'm like, all right, cool. We should have, a formal date. Our first date is at Dave & Buster's. As I'm going on throughout the date, my gut is telling me something is wrong. This guy doesn't seem to be all there, right? So we're going through the date, but we're having fun. So I'm like, this is just a yellow flag. Maybe I'm just, tripping.
Yeah.
So we go through the date and we're having fun and the date comes to an end, right? He finally comes out and tells me, hey man, there's something I gotta tell you. And I go, is this what my gut's been telling me all day? Am I tripping?
Oh.
This guy comes up to me and tells me, I'm not the same guy that you met at the bar. I'm actually his twin. And I'm like, what? I was dumbfounded. I was like, what do you mean you're his twin? And he goes, yeah, my brother actually didn't really know what to do. So he sent me to kind of feel you out. But this was a lot of fun though. At first off, I was like, fun for who? Because you just played with my heart fiddles. Like, so who's really having fun here?
Right.
The one I met at the bar, we'll call Kyle. The one that was in front of me is Chris. I looked at Chris completely like flabbergasted. Yeah. And I went, all right, well, Chris, respectfully, your brother, I'm more interested in you. What's going on with you? Yeah. And he's just like, Chris has a wife and like 2 kids. And he was just like, I was just doing this as a favor for my brother just to feel you out. I looked at Chris and I was like, I want to believe this, but this can't be true. Why did he send you? Why didn't he just come? At the end of the day, he was pretty much like, yeah, my brother's he wanted me to come scout you out because he had fear of going on a date in public with people. And I'm just like, we're at Dave & Buster's. I'm not trying to take him to the Cheesecake Factory and eat his cheesecake. Like, what's going on, player?
You know what happened was, I think he was scared to lose at any of those games at Dave & Buster's. You know what I mean? I think he got cold feet. He's probably like Iron in those arcade games.
You know, it got to be like that sometimes.
So I went to school with like this guy. He was like my age. I was 18, and we were in a band together.
A band?
And,
okay, wait. What instrument do you play, and what instrument did they play?
I sing, and he also sang, and he also played the guitar.
Okay.
To give you some context about the guy, I don't know if you or if anyone in chat ever saw like that survival guide.
Yes, I have.
Do you remember the basketball guy? The one who would always spin his basketball, and that was basically his whole like personality.
Wait, yes.
That was him, but then with a guitar. And we were like hitting it off, but it was not like a dating thing. It was more like doing some cardio on the casual. Everything was fine, and I kid you not, out of the blue, he just went like, Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? And I swear to God, I did not know how to respond. I think I dried up faster than the Sahara Desert, but like my brain could not comprehend. The worst part is like he didn't say Kiki. He said my name. He looked me in the eye while doing the cardio and just started singing.
So what did you do after that? Did you just like stop and you're like, hold on, what the f was that?
I just like was like, I'm just gonna try and pretend that this did not happen, and just like maybe I imagined this. Like, okay, sure, fine.
Okay, can you listen to that song without thinking of him now?
No, I can literally never hear that song without like cringing and like being like, no, stop.
Oh my
Never
God.
again.
Wait, that's insane.
One day in class, we were watching like a movie, like a really definitely not romantic and sexy movie at all.
Yeah.
We were like sharing headphones secretly because the movie was really not interesting. So we're like, yeah, well, let's listen to music together. And this dude, out of fucking nowhere, hold on to your seat because he grabbed my knee, turned to me, and whispered sensually, "You have a really grabbable knee."
Babe, you have a really grabbable knee.
Yeah. I was just like, okay, that happened. And his like hand still lingered there for a good amount of minutes. And then class ended. I kind of went onto the ghosting kind of road because I was not vibing with that at all.
Yeah.
Then we had to meet up for a project, which God help me, I did not want to go there. I like texted him, so yo, you're coming soon? Because it's like 2 p.m. We gotta get this done.
Yeah.
And he straight up, without any sort of warning, he straight up texted me, actually, I don't want to meet anymore.
What? What happened? Was it because you rejected his knee grabbing?
His pride was so hurt that he couldn't meet up with me to finish the project. In the end, I did the project myself, but...
Oh, I would have told the teacher. I would have been like, yeah, he did nothing. I did the whole thing. That's what I would have
Oh,
done.
don't worry, I did. I
Good.
snitched on him.
Good. Sup, we now have a dedicated website that hosts private videos that goes over everything you need to know about Valorant. No more coaching needed. Join the Discord in the description box below. Peace.